Alright, let's look at the warp point breach we commanded to happen last turn. Section, research, politics, combat. And yes, E destroyed, Kentauran destroyed us. Still standing minus 13 drones. Awesome. In the Draconis system. Okay, the Kentauran had something there as well. Okay. Just a couple parked ships, nothing major. But the E only have 15 drones. Didn't have like 20 destroyers too. I'm pretty sure that he had 2 fleets there before we lost the traitor vision. Each with like 10 destroyers and a couple support ships, and then some 20 drones in addition to that. That is much less than this. Well, first of all, let's play this. Okay, there's drones around here. There's one of these Kentauran combat destroyers. There's some boots there. A minesweeper and a Gomez. Yeah, let's just murder everything. All the drones coming through. Just spewing at vomit lines of green whistle. I shot back once. Just destroyed a drone or two with that. Yeah. Of course, with nothing much standing behind this war point, the attack was a success. I mean, standing behind a war point and being able to immediately direct fire onto these drones is one of the best ways to take them down. Part of the reason why I only attacked after I had battleships to join the fleet as well. Alright, what else happened? 2 Kentauran battleships destroyed in Gambit. Those were the ones that he had come up from below, I'm sure. Looks like he pulled them together and tried to attack the fleet with it. Oh no, he's on the warp point? Oh yes, I attacked him at the warp point. I gave seek orders for them. He was just collecting them at the warp point for some reason, even though I was already past. Looks like my shields were able to take that. Then what do we hear? Another combat in Draconis frigate got destroyed. Ika's Mike here. Was that his minesweeper? Oh yeah, he's dropped mines. Okay, so this hex I'm going to need to do minesweeping in. This hex being the warp point, okay. Our fleet got disabled in the next day. Did not actually move any past the warp point. That's something that happens if you have big fleets. If anything, any ship there got reduced to 0, any group, you do not get to move anymore. That's why you have repair ships with you. I'm going to remove that. I'm also going to remove this drone that's almost out of supplies, because they can also strand you really quick. There's a bunch of the derelicts that have supplies, a bunch of the derelicts that don't. Shouldn't shit spread it between itself? Like auto-balancing supplies on a fleet is a thing. Or it might just take everything to some low level because it's trying to balance with the drone groups, which each have very little supply storage by themselves. Okay. So what do we have here? Nothing. And not even zone. Okay. Then we have some drone sickles. See what designs those are. Are those just scouting drones? Aye, yes. Aye, number 2. Oh, aye, number 2s have better sensors or what? Yes, difference between Tachyon 2s and Tachyon 4s. Tachyon 4s can see our scouts, Tachyon 2s cannot. That one is the priority target. How fast do they move? What do I need to actually chase these? And they have 15 speed, so with 16 speed I might be able to catch them. Might also not though. At least unfortunately won't be able to catch them. Oh, this is the biggest drone group that I collected. This one is supplies I've gotten super low to fill up the other ones. Yeah. We of course want to have that group within the fleet, but if you don't have supplies, that's going to be problematic. Because this thing has 58 drones in it, large drones. Which means it has 116 engines in there. Each of these eat 4 supplies per move. And now we have like 5,000 supplies, yeah. 5148. 84. Remember, this means you can move 11 tiles. And then you're almost out of supplies, and you still need supplies to fire. I should have moved that drone group individually, I believe. All the other extra drone groups here with the 2 drones and such, and I'm fully supplied. That's where this all dumped to. Yeah, fleet mechanics fucking us over yet again. There's something to be said for just moving things into a fleet only when you need to, and otherwise moving shit independently from another. Okay, well, you didn't have a supply depot up here yet, didn't you? This one was building the spaceport. This one was building the depot, yeah, not yet, but soon, TM. I have more units here to defend by now. And I don't see a major group yet. I need to get some scouting out here. Okay. 4 ships that are here, just the Derricks and a Nova Hawk. Maybe we should get some sort of small support carrier that can have fighters around to catch these drones. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. This planet was initially a Kantaran as well. I just conquered it from them, and then the E glassed it, I believe. They didn't reconquer it, they glassed it, and apparently they've since recolonized it. We see what's on there? No, not memory vision doesn't show that much. Okay, yeah, what to do with this? I mean, we're raising this planet, but nothing on it is a thing. I should also send something over there to glass that world that has nothing on it either. Actually, I don't know if it has anything on it. It might well not have anything much on it. It might have the regular defenses that many Kantaran worlds have, like 4 platforms and such. Could detach some of the Deredexes for this. I did have a bunch that was not out of supplies yet, yeah? Or low. Let's make you a separate group. Or fleet. Great fleet. You just stay on optimal range, sure. Take one of the Gorgets with you. And pray to fuck they don't have many mines over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you're probably going to stay there for the turn. I really should get eyes on it before I attack it. Just move next to it. Tag fleet, yeah. Just move there. You're going to need to separate your Gorget. to move it once until the tile is already in. Move back in once and then move onto the planet as well. Actually, we're going to want to have you fly further. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles. Let's see if it actually moves all the way there. Let's not do this as a movement order, but as an attack order. You won't be able to keep up with that, of course. Let's just have the fleet move over there. Not an attack order, and not a move order, an attack order. Okay. And you can recombine with your Gorgon over there. I can also send in the supplies that support that is already waiting on this war point to join the fleet over here. Just give all these guys the attack order to go there. Actually, you know what? Let's give all these guys the attack order to go there, then there. And this fleet can just move straight here. Save the big fleet a little bit of supplies. That works for me. Yeah, I'm getting rid of these scouts is going to be priority. Poking out eyes. I have a ton of more drones arriving here. Spread into small little groups. Maybe I should put the big drone group back into the fence then. You were a nice idea, but unfortunately you do not work the way I want to. How about you just warp and sentry? And then I can move these eagles through. I'm going to fly it around a little bit, because you still need to have that minefield swept. And then you can move into place like this, or that. Get eyes on that thing as well. All these drones can go join the fleet proper, instead of the big group. Okay, what else do we have coming? Pterodactyls, eagles. Yeah, I need something to poke out these eyes. Can the Pterodactyls that are here make it all the way there? No, not yet. Almost, but not yet. Let's just keep going to the warp point for now. With this 14 speed group I should be able to take out. So let's detach some 16 speed drones. This group of 2 will suffice. Attack seek twice for good measure. And then do the same with that. But I'm not going to be able to catch both in this turn unless they don't move. Alright, what do we have here? The Kantaran front upstairs. Didn't we order an assault on a planet here this turn? We did, there's nothing in orbit left. And yes, we've taken care of the weapon platforms. We take much in the way of losses there. Planet, colony ship. 4 drones, it looks like. And then we took care of a large freighter in the asteroid belt over here, yeah. Alright. Tell me how this went. Oh! Pff. Let the fleet just spawn right next to the planet, thanks. Wait, was that the right planet? Over here. Ah, I see. So what started was, it started with 20,000 units, 20,000 HP. Had 4 weapon platforms on there and just as many facilities. It should be firing out of all guns onto these drones. See the spew of missiles going out. Something killed a drone there. But otherwise, you can already see it down to 14k of the initial 20k. The maximum also gets reduced as things die. Yeah, takes only out of a second. Oh yeah, something shot point defense guns. Guns shooting again, destroying another drone. More PD guns firing. But this is over within a split second. Okay, the second volley then takes out the last remaining couple of PD guns. Keeps all those facilities intact. It's very nice. What are they shooting at? Oh, colony ship is escaping. Okay. Okay, what's with that other planet? Gambit, battleship. We looked at this. Gambit planet. Okay, we lost 10 drones and 3 frigates here. The very first one in this turn. The fleet here also spawned right inside the firing range as well. I mean, I intentionally attacked this planet so that my long-range plasma missile frigates and drones could stay out of the firing range of those weapon platforms. They only have like 110 range and not get hit, but Space Empires 5 is doing Space Empires 5 things. Okay, this thing has 10,000 shield points. They just got destroyed just about by the first volley. So everything here is still operational. Fully armed and operational. A battle planet. Actually, it's not fully armed operational anymore. Of the Guardians is already taking damage. Okay, that's all been absorbed by armor, but one is gone. The fourth one has been destroyed. So it's gonna eat shit for 5 seconds now as one of the frigates dying, as another one of the frigates dying. So the drone's getting murked. And then more vomit streams of green missiles. Taking down more and more of the HP on this planet. You can see how much HP is really being, how much of these missiles is really being absorbed by all these mines. Like these drones, these platforms itself, they do not have all that much HP. If all these missiles just shot at the platforms itself, this would have been over 2 volleys ago, but alas, it's all the facilities tanking. Okay, shooting another volley. Not 2k HP gone. There's something on there. Right. Where are they heading? For some reason they are heading outside here. Must be that the lead ship or drone? I guess it's a drone now. Run out of supply ammo, been disabled in some fashion. But wasn't this planet disarmed? Go to planet. Facilities are all still there, you don't see the damage if you're not the owner. And the cargo is gone. Okay. That's what the kids call weird. Perhaps even sus. Might just be that the replay is inaccurate. And that the result I see there with some of these platforms remaining is not what actually happened during turn processing. Because the combat replay system is not entirely deterministic. Might be. Alright, what else do we have there? One of his minesweepers is heading towards this point for some reason. That's just going to suffer a quick and not painless death by this Rien. Actually, can't I capture that with the thermos? Or does he have? Has he given these too many defenses as well? Oh, Buster of the Duster. 2 null space shields, but no regenerators. Does it have destructive eyes on it? But it's not very good. Only 25% chance to blow up. How much crew does it have? Can the Thermos 2 have and place? Take it. Yes, 350 crew. I think I can overcome 400. 200 crew members each. Yeah, go for it. I hope this thing just doesn't just jump in. I mean, I can keep the Rien here next to the war point. Yeah, I'm also going to keep that warbird next to the war point. Oh, there, and there. This is the invasion fleet. You want to move this way. Also, stay in position next to the war point, please. I just really want to capture that one minesweeper. You can wait with them over there. Since you're all waiting on this side, you might as well wait on that side as well. You can wait independently. Okay. Is anything else of his coming to the defense of that system? No. New Gomus got built over here. New Gomus entering the system from here. Ownership, nothing I can see happening on this system. Space dogs, space dogs. I'm going to build one more over here. I was building boomies just to defend this planet, I believe. I can certainly use them. I'm going to keep them going. So I have 2 more spaceports, space dogs queued here, which means I'm going to have 4 in total, 5 in total, 6 in total. Okay. No more warships got built here. Alright. Alright, the little bombardment fleet that seems to spawn on planets rather than bombarding them from out of range has not exactly proven itself to be very reliable. But you can keep on going, I guess. So it's going to be at least 2 turns until my invasion fleet arrives here, and at least 3 until it arrives here. He might well be building new weapon platforms on here, but apparently I've killed everybody that was alive on this planet, and this one, so he's not going to be able to build anything there. I think migration might change that. I think as long as he keeps his planet colonized, he might receive migration on these worlds. Of course, this is a methane world, And he does not have methane. Those are both methane words, and he does not have methane population in amounts that will migrate out of the world. So yeah, these should stay empty and not build anything new. Okay, I can just resettle some of my zone onto them later, or rather wait until my migration to do it. Okay, supply transport in this place. You look fine. Yeah, man, this is a bit low, but it also has solar generators, just has the biggest supply storage in this group compared to all the frigates and drone groups. You over here are more balanced as well because you're all big ships. Okay, what's your orders? You're just ordered to go to the coordinates over there. How far can you go? Just go one tile beyond this. Let's just have you go there and walk through. Stay on the wall point to blockade it during the turn. You can do much the same. Actually, you're going to be a little bit faster. I want you to arrive there on the last turn. Your last movement point during the turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can remove one of these. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. It's going to waste a little bit of the supplies that he's carrying, but such is life. Okay, the Firmus has a job. It'd be very nice if on the way it could catch some supplies from that supply transport. They are going to be both in this tile here, most likely at the same time. It's usually very difficult to try and time transfers like this during a turn. Move there. Okay, you move to 0, 1, it's above the star. Then with the third movement point, you are going to try and take on supplies. I think at that third movement point, this one's already going to have moved past you. Right there. Which doesn't work out well. You're probably gonna need a little bit of supplies to pew with your shield depleter. But you should at least be able to move there. What, 6 engines, each 4 supplies. 2400, 200, yeah, okay, yeah. I think you're gonna make it. Alright, if here you are in this system. I don't think there's any surprises waiting on these anymore. Lots of pop on this one. It's one of his oldest colonies. And he's remote mining all his ass belts. Alright. Keep this where it is. You could go down here. But there's nothing really connecting to this system, and there's no ships or anything in here, so just stay about here. I'm going to have the fleet come into this place after all. Who else is new? The last Pactianos is still not fully loaded up on troops, but the last troops should have been built here by now. Yes. Well, if this one was the station that was also building legions. So you go load your troops and launch yourself towards the front. And we've got 3 Derridexes over here. You can launch yourself towards what is this waypoint 3. Same with you. Okay. Before we give too many orders, let's check out the rest of the log. Okay, we went through a combat log. Lots of things happening this turn. We went swept mines in this place. Okay, 80 of them. Was I expecting 80 or was I only expecting 70? I think I was only expecting 70. Okay. And the mine layer then got died over there. I'm assuming it would carry 40. 140 kilotons of cargo space. And then a minesweeper. Yeah. That's how I got the 700 number or the 70 mines number. So there are 80 here. I guess this is not the ship that laid the mines before then. It should be invisible, but he should be launching mines right now. Of course, that's what ships that can lay mines and have mines do in combat. Unfortunately for him, he's just laying them around the corner over here. At the edge of the combat map. The mines are still present in battle, even though they're invisible, so the combat goes on and runs the entire full 5 minutes. And all my ships, which cannot shoot them, are going to take position here at the very other side of the map. As C5 explained, some of the weirdness we know. Alright, that's happened. Gave him back his mine layers. He asked me what the number of mines that I had here was, and it is 720. So in order to get 1,000 mines up there, he's going to need to give me them too. Once more, I guess one of the mine layers he gave me was not fully filled. I can usually lay 100. The first wave was 400, and now was 320. He has 1,000 mines on that place as well. So make sure that he doesn't get any surprises from the dead systems up top. Right. Tractor repulsor weapons. He really wants that tech for some reason. Well, he can tech it if he wants to. New colony in this in-between system. What are you going to be? You have shit values, so you're either going to be research or intelligence. What's the rest of your system? Mining, farming, and refining. So if I don't have big combinations with existing research compounds, and no directorate in the system, I'm just going to choose intelligence. This is going to be a very intelligent planet. Intelligence, compound. Okay, research. I snagged a level of education, weapon systems and unit mounts. One more level of unit mounts. We should have heavy mounts. And construction and communication. He accepted the gift. The axis of evil is in full effect. The gift of me giving him his mine layers back. Built a bunch of stuff. Refits went through. Another directorate being built. Was that the 37k? I thought it would be pushing 40k by now. I grandiosely announced to my allies a couple turns ago that I was going to reach 70k RP, so let's see if that actually happens or not. Mind well that the effect from the new directorates and the new level of education is only going to take effect next turn, but I also deleted some of my research centers last turn. Alright. Anything else I need to take care of or launch to orbit? Any special constructions? I'm building a lot of piles again. There are some players that have no storage available. That's because I just gave a mass build order for drones a while back. This one is obviously not going to be able to build drones. That just gives you a message. I think it still consumes the resources. But these are small inefficiencies that I'm willing to take on in order not to have to micro everything too excessively. Alright. That's it for log this turn. What was going on in combat last turn? He knocked over another planet over there. And Mr. Slurp took out an Eee drone, surely? Yes. In his home system. Okay. So look at the research. I want to get more planet util. I'm going to go for the weapon platform Mount Heavy. Not the massive one for now. Chip construction I want to get. Education. Almost 50% of my income by now. If I want to get another level of that. With 2% more research, it is probably worth it. Master is going to go into planet util. Yeah, let's snag that level. It's been a while since I actually went for combat technologies. I mean, I guess the defenses here are combat technologies. The Dreadnought house I want to unlock more for role playing and feeling good about my big new Dreadnought hulls rather than improving the battleship efficiencies that I built. Just giving them more space, cram an extra gun into my existing ships or something like that. Because I'm feeling happy about the quality of my ships combined with their quantity, especially, which is coming from that eco. So I'm doubling down on research and eco advantage. Since I do not have immediate pressure from my ships not being able to cut it in battle. Right. Scouty drone over here. Can stay there. Should also see over here if anything comes this way, but it's good to have a little bit of extra eyes. One of the transports here. You were done building drones, or mines it looks like. You still have some queued, but I queued up a ton of research centers first. Let's have you finish your mines first, please. You're going to either need to stay a few more turns here until you finish your mines, or I'm just going to... No, I'm just not going to wait 4 turns for this thing to finish its mines. You just go ahead. Lay your mines somewhere. I can either have you go down towards the front lines, into Kantaran space, or down here. Or I can have you drop them within my own space, to section it off a little bit, like I was talking about. And I like that idea, so let's go do that. Drop some medium-sized minefields around, and then you can wait for more boomies to be constructed somewhere in this empire. You building any? Are you building any? Okay, you can carry 268, so let's build 148 on a couple of these planets. 64, 134. Half of 168, 268. Let's find 2 planets that can do this. It'll take forever for this to build. We still have queues that are going to finish in a while. The second planet is jobless, while the other ones are building drones that are not jobless over here. Alright. 30 tries, I guess. If nothing else is building lines here, I'm just going to take the easy route. Build some drones as well. Since everybody is just building pious drones, you go build some repair drones. A scouting drone. These do not have cloaks. A support drone group. Okay, where are you going to go then? This system here. Building mines at current. No, but there's some free places where I could. Hmm. Research. Research. And a lot of the other ones that are jobless and space yachtless are already building drones. So you lay your mines there and then just go into waiting orbit around one of these worlds. Okay, you're a repair ship, you're going to need to stay there. You are already building this, alright? Oh, this was the one we were already looking at. You're not an e-build. Okay. There's another Licinius here that I believe I just refitted and finished repairing. Do we have any more mines upstairs, further up this line of systems? I do not think so. Well, you know, maybe we should. He's busy building stuff for a foreseeable future though. Some of these here not. Let's send the Licinius up to the Mama Jack system. Oh, it's taking the other route. That makes sense. So it is your job in life to just walk through there. Okay. In 2 turns from now we can queue up a lot of mines over here. You could also already start in this place. Here with this match. And then I'm going to build 67 on 2 more of these worlds. Like this one that's going to finish its construction queue soon. So building drones, all drones? Not necessarily all, but yeah. Gonna take a few turns, but still. Okay, Insinuous over here. You are also not filled with drones. You're just on repeat build down here. You build how many drones a turn? 9 plus 6, so 15. They cost 32 minerals each. 500 divided by 32 is 15 mines each per turn. Okay. And you still need about 60, so between these 2 planets, this one has a similar build rate, a little bit less. Yeah. So it's 4 planets build turns, so 2 turns. Each of these needs to build for 2 turns. That's fine. And you should already have mines from your last couple of turns. Okay. So you're going to be fine. You can load these mines and then head towards a front line. Or rather, since we often know that things don't get as much movement points as we want them to, go stop there. Then ask me for orders again. Okay, what do we have here? Eagle. One of those I'm going to push through, one of those can just stay. Honestly, you can move yourself there and... Well, you can't do that while you're cloaked, I'm pretty sure. And then you can upgrade yourself to an Eagle 6. Extra scanner level in there. Could have done that before too, while I was waiting with these every turn. The thing is, he has that one scout over here that can see cloak chips that come through. This drone cannot. Which is also why I'm sending this one down here. If he looks through his movement log, he might see a cloak chip coming through here. But he should be expecting cloak chips in general, so I don't think it matters very much. Alright, what do we have here? Lots of ships that still need repairs. Is that repair ship even doing anything? It feels like this ship's been waiting for refits for a long time. I just ordered a lot more new refits, so... All the drone sickles that are here can go on to the afterlife. What's with these? Uh-huh. Yeah. A bunch of these are intermediate Derricks designs. You can go and have yourself repaired in a place like this. No, you can't reach that one. Okay, you need to go there then. These are all not idle here and waiting for repairs. They can just pass through, and they're also going to receive the repairs from this ship. Looks like he's refit himself here as well, but I can snag some of the repair rate from his own space yard there. Surely he's going to want it himself, or repair his own ship, but oh well. Alright, okay, who needs to be repaired here? Who do I need to refit here? These three. The other one's fine. You can go on to that place as well. Doing 50% repair on 2 of these battleships is going to be taking a few turns. Alright, that's you 3. Fortunately, they're sorted the same in both lists. Should just chuck in some wave motion guns. Eagle, you are a scout. Go towards the front line. Space yard ship, I believe I just upgraded you in here. There are still some S belts that require our attention in here. Oh, you won't reach that in a turn, that's too bad. There was only these 2 S belts in this system. Yeah, maybe I should have put better engines in after all. I just cheaped out for these construction ships that are in our own space, gave them only ions. Okay. What are you places building? I'm feeling pressured on supply ships since I just ran out of supply on the front line over there. You're building a secret police. Do we need more? No, I don't think I need more. I built just enough, right? You go ahead and build yourself a repair ship. You can continue building warships. You're building all these research centers. Do you already have a computer? No. Yeah, look at this. I overlooked this system while I was going through my upgrade extravaganza last turn. Ah, I didn't need to delete our research center yet again. Bad. You can do those afterwards. Okay. Who here has the supply facility? You. You want to go there and then go on towards the front line. Actually, let's give you an explicit load supply order. Hmm. What are the yards doing over here? I'm going to finish something this turn. Is that the Davidex already built for one of these? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to do the same thing as before. Q most likely cheaper the Davidex on those that are not going to finish this turn. Q the slightly more expensive Falcons on those that are going to finish this turn. Okay. Hmm. What we got here? Murphador. You have finished refitting this, you just need to stay for another turn. Fully repaired, and then all the asteroid miners in this system are done. These beautiful numbers, 1100 and even more minerals. Made from one station. And there's still quite a bit of potential for more, you know. You can still just upgrade or mining levels here. 20k, 10k, 20k per level. There's still things like rats colliders we can get. We can still upgrade our star bases in order to fit more miners into those. There's still very much potential if we actually put research points into it to increase our economic output. Okay, the Davidex in the home system. Let's go towards Pelagia. So the ships that are already close to the front line, I'm going to send immediately to Rolo. The other ones I'm sending to Pelagia here. The ones that are going to take like 8 turns just in case I need to refit them at that point again. Not that this place has... Well, it's going to have space docks up soon to help in refitting. That's also a thing I need. With this many resources I have, and there's so much potential to increase my resource income, I need to just increase my spending. So between turns I've thought that maybe I should check not necessarily extra eco increases, but first of all something to make use of that eco, maximize the level of space yards that I have, which is up to 11. I think it's maxed at 11. I think that would be a good idea. See, so many techs I need, or I want. That's why I want to get the education. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to put that level of education there. And then I'm going to finish planar utils and weapon mounts and large hulls and max space yards and a lot of other things. Okay, you're here. I don't think we really need you. I'm going to move on with my fleets from this place. I might want to have something to keep an eye on them though. Or you just stay there. Keep an eye on these 2 worlds. Minesweeper, you can also go to Rollo. Clanner's going to need a new job. Sure. Build Falcon. You do not need a new job. You do. Mining and refining world. Anybody else finishing anything soon? Not so soon that we will need to queue something immediately. Yes, here. Okay, you can stay in the system. And that's it for movement orders this turn. Alright, already gave my research orders. Nothing else happened in Intel. Did we get an Intel event this turn? Destroyed a paltry amount of resources in the Kantara Empire's economy last turn. No events this turn. Got a level of repulsor beams 3 from my ally. Yeah, okay. Anybody else who wants orders to construct something anew? There is a planet in Tenchebrai. I think this one in Texas is just going to leave doing nothing since it's full and doesn't have space yet. Planet in Tenchebrai here wants something to build. That one. What is it that we need up here? I think we could use a supply ship up here. Of course, beat like 10 turns until it gets there. Well, I don't think I need to build 2 though, right? You should take a repair ship. Ship repair. Another big Amandus. And you're also finishing your cutest turn. I was talking about putting space yard ships into my fleet so I can refit on the fly. Could do that. Okay, this one's already building a Thrax. I mean, we can use more. And the space docks here. Not finishing it. Space docks here already have orders. Okay. That's the first turn. We have something to colonize that one. Anybody building a colony ship for that gas giant over there? I don't even have yards yet. I don't see anybody building a colonizer for this gas giant over there. How about you go do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to colonize. Actually, let's build this from a methane world. Oh, look at this, methane. Domed. Let's undome this. We're still receiving migration from oxygen planets, from oxygen breathers every turn, so I haven't gone through a systematic review of all my planets to see if there's any I can undome. That should, of course, be a thing. For now, I can keep a billion more research centers on this world. Put that on bottom, put that on bottom. Okay. That's hydrogen, that's oxygen. Have you received migration? No. Lots of Romulans on you. There's a methane world over here. However, this one does also not have methane breathers on it. Okay, I'm going to build a colony ship here. I'm going to move here, load population. That's 2 moves. I think it's 2 moves. Some of the load orders take movement points and don't. And I can never quite remember when and why. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 together, 8 to colonize. So a methane or gas volume 8, please. Go through old designs. Yes, volume 8. Of course, we have that. It's already named number 2, unfortunately. Chuck in more volume. Alright, there we go. Subject gas, volume 8. Keep the name, whatever. And queue it after your current construction project. Okay. There's also more colonization I want to do. I want to relatively aggressively colonize into the hostile space that I'm taking here. It'd be nice if I had some more cargo ships for weapon platforms, so any defensive units I could deploy along with them immediately. But I don't want to hold back for too long. I want to get colony ships out in this system, and I probably want to colonize this system and this system sooner than later. So I'm still finishing the set of docks on this world. What's this thing? Large cargo transport? Why did I choose to build this? I cannot remember why I queued this. Was it to haul home some sort of units? Kantarans? I think it was so I could put these people on my worlds. They're not emotionless, but they are less happy. Oh well. And then there's boomies that I'm building here. I think they were just defensively though. Don't have all that many built yet. Of course, there were these two Gommers staring down the world. I was thinking I should build more defenses. Alright, let's take care of this system. Hey look, another moon that we found now that I've put in the small flags. Okay, that's a rock 3 that I'm going to need to build here. I'm going to lengthen the list again, am I? Rock 2, rock 3. I can colonize that. In here. And then I want something for these. How about you take these 2 planets and the other one takes these other 2. You are already oxygen, so you can take oxygen breathers with you that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need a gas volume 4. Units. More moves. That's a lot of volume. Might empty out at one planet and put out a populace on another. And call it Lisa Mark II. Yeah, intel centers are easy to delay. I really need intel centers with any sort of urgency. So you go do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need an ice 7. Almost hydrogen breathing as methane people on there, so it would not be better from there. So ice 7, please. Don't have that on tab. There's minor scroll upgrade that saves me these 12 points of minerals. And put that I7 below the other one. Okay. These are also oxygen worlds. Let's also have them be colonized from that world. Then let's move the ice colonizer to below here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need an ice 8 to colonize it from that place. This is volume 8, but 8. That is. Does I2 already exist? It does! Really exciting micromanagement of these colony ship designs. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need a gas volume 5. Another gas volume 4. And then I need a 6, 7. I need an ice volume 7. Gas 5 and ice 7. And ice 7. Ice volume 7. Okay. I can never quite remember just how big a unit of pop is. I think it's 50 kilotons at least. But yeah, I think this oxygen world is going to be empty sooner rather than later. Need more slurps. Alright. That's it for these existing systems that I've already settled. Then worlds like this, or systems like this, are going to have many worlds to colonize. So you just send a minesweeper this way. These are juicy worlds. You can make useful just colonizers there. I can support the colonization effort from below here. I can at least take these. Put some colonizers for that down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to jump through. 8, 9. An ice 9, please. This was just a couple turns ago when I said I'm probably done building most colonizers. And then I get greedy and immediately want to colonize newly conquered space. And then 10, 11, rock. Rock 11, please. I'm already building colonizers here that have engines. I might as well send these out further into the system and build like things with 3 moves here. We have 1 engine. Alas, that is harder to remember in 10 turns whenever they finish. So let us not. Rock 11. Some jacked photons. Are jacked photons still the best option? Would quantums be more efficient? You get 120 movement points for 105 research. 105 minerals. 0.87 minerals per movement point. Extract photons. 0.9 minerals per movement point. Yes, this would work. This would of course be even cheaper. This would of course be even cheaper. But that is too cheap. Okay. Touch them all so they look nice and rest. Massively exciting micro optimizations right there. Alright, there's enough colonizers queued up for this world. This one is going to be at some point in the future whenever I have it cleared. Probably order something for that clearing to be built here. Could go and build a big ass minesweeper. I could just wait until the big minesweepers arrive from the back line. Should not be far out. Amandus. Hey, if you have two Amandos, let's just park them there for a turn, will you? Let's see, there's the first minesweeper already. Yeah, go there and then join the fleet. Actually, you're very close to this fleet. But these two spots are not far away. Might as well join this fleet if there's any need for it, but I don't think the towns have many big minefields. I do have these eagles in their space with tachyon sensors, so I should be able to see any minefields, and I'm not seeing any. Alright, then here. Gas 2. Tiny, really cheap. 890 minerals for 5 components in a ship. Can't make a colony ship more minimal. Then here 3 rock. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ice. Don't have an ice 5 on tap. So lift one. Okay. That is the planets immediately next to this one taken care of at least. Once I queue up more space yards, once a bit more space yards, I can queue up the rest. And for now this shall suffice. I don't think I need to colonize anything here yet. Probably better if I get the colonizers out sooner rather than later. Should I build them from here? I mean, the yard capacity here is taken, so let's build them all over here in Tenchebrai. It is. Yards galore! Of course, these are all busy. What do we have here that I want to colonize? 2 gas, 2 rock, and ice. 2 gas, 2 rock, and an ice. I'm not going to count movement here. 11 moves? No, let's make these fast. Make these regular quantums. Maybe to capture some of one of these. They're going to get quantum force from them. Maybe I should only build them with quantum freeze. 2 gas, 2 rocket, and ice. Yes. And an ice. Sure, build it after your biggest platforms. Oh, large mounts. Yeah, wait a turn until you start that one, please. I'm gonna have heavy mounts for you next turn. Right? Yeah, okay. Alright. Then, I've already taken care of my organics deficit. Let us gift money to my ally. Here's a gift from our empire to yours. There you go. Just send him some random money. Save the gamesicle. Call it a day.